Welcome to another edition of Play It Through, and this time around it's Swordmaster, brought to us by Activision, who of course create the games like Kaboom and Pitfall, all the way up to more recent games like the Tony Hawk series, and of course they published Guitar Hero. Now it was also developed by Athena, who developed Castle of Dragon. Yeah, I just don't like that game. Now this game's a hack and slash action game which plays better than Castle of Dragon, but it's kind of in that same field. It's probably the same exact engine they used for that game as well. And you actually have two forms in the game, this Knight and the Magician, which I'm probably not going to use the Magician at all throughout the course of this. I don't really see a need to. I've been able to play this game a couple of times through all the way without having, without changing form. At one point or another, I'll show it to you. This is the first level. You actually, if you can see in the upper side of the screen, the whole top part of the screen, you actually gain like experience throughout the game. And you kind of like level up. And as the Magician, you would use that to use like charged up magic shots, which is kind of cool. Every little bit there's like a side mini boss, and then of course at the end of each level there's an actual boss you must face. Like these skeletons are considered like mini bosses, which for the most part the strategy is just stab them high if they're blocked, or try to stab them low. One or the other you hit them. This is also one of those games where you're probably gonna get hit, take a few hits, but it's not overall too difficult. One thing I don't like is you've noticed after like I kill a boss battle and the screen stops, I kind of have to back up and then start moving forward in order for the screen. So I'm not in like the front part of the screen so stuff hits me. Now here's this wizard guy who has kind of like that magic, like that range shot reminds me of a guy from Astyonics. There was like a bull that had like lightning bolts come down in the sky. That's exactly when I played this game. That's the first thing I noticed when I fought that little wizard guy. That was the end of level 1. Now this isn't a very long game, especially if you just kind of breeze through it without really dying. Which hopefully is what happens during the course of this one. But it's, not bad, and the music in it's pretty good. So at least, it has that going for it. As I'm fighting some zombies here. There's like these enemies coming up that I don't like. I hate these eyeball things. I just don't like them. So anytime I can just kind of jump over them or go under them or, anything like that. Like I just was able to. One thing you'll learn, and I'll probably start doing soon enough. Let me try to get past this. So I'm like stuck in a wall there. Graphical glitches are a mess in this game as I try to jump over instead of just doing something, whatever. Anyway, here's the boss of this level. I have no strategy. I'll be honest, I really don't have much of a strategy other than hit and then back away as fast as possible, because as soon as you hit, if you hit back or left, you should be able to dodge his strike. But you're still gonna get hit sometimes, and then he starts doing some weird things. Like the enemies don't behave like like they should, I guess, or like logically. There's not like a set pattern that you can use in order to determine when or not where to hit. I mean, there may be, but through the course of me playing it, I'll be honest, I haven't figured out much of a strategy for a lot of the bosses. Level 3 now, inside of like this castle, inside the castle. The first two levels were in the forest and then a town, and now we're actually in the castle where the rest of the game takes place. And here's this weird, it's Godzilla! Look at it! I swear to God, it's Godzilla! Which the main strategy for him is getting close and then back away, hit, back away, avoid the fire. If he does the charge at you, just stab straight. And that's my basic strategy. And now this guy, you can just wail on him, because he has a short range. Sometimes he'll do a jump kick at you, in which case you can just wail him, because sometimes your sword will, if you time it correctly or whatever, you'll be actually able to hit him with 2 or 3 hits with a single strike of the sword. And now, unfortunately, we got the goddamn, like, Black Knight again. Or, Dark Blue Knight. He's not, I can't just chop off limbs like the Black Knight and have him still be alive and kicking. It'd probably make him a lot funnier if he was the Black Knight from Monty Python. But, oh well, he's not. As I back away to make sure the screen doesn't, I can actually move without being hit by surprise enemies. And look, it's Mr. Wizard again. No, not that Mr. Wizard. Not the Mr. Wizard that, actually did Cool Science or whatever the hell he did, Nickelodeon, way back in the day. Or whatever other channel he was on. I just remember from Nickelodeon. Back up and continue fighting bats. More bats. Lots of bats. For some reason I can't stop saying the word bats. And here's that dragon guy, lizard dude again. Look, see, it kicked. He actually got me there. Oh, Jesus, I just like got... he just landed on my face with his crotch. It's like, kick! And his crotch just lands on my head, you know. I guess I was able to kill him with the power of my helmet. And here's the boss. He's pretty simple. He fires these straight shots for the most part. And you can just jump over him, land in a hit, and then dodge the next one before he fires the next one. Overall, he's not too difficult, and I'm like almost dead here. There we go, good. I was able to live through that one, but that's the end of the battle. And that's the end of the level. As we go on to the next level, I think there's 7 levels total in this game, as we enter level 4 now. So far, so good. See, there it is, there. And just for the hell of it, I showed you there. That was the wizard form. Kind of looks like, Sylph, or whatever her name is, from, Castlevania 3. And yes, it is a her, regardless of what, like, the manual says. As far as I've always been told, that actually is a woman. Female, whatever. Now here's something cool. Look, see how I'm jumping? This game has weird jumping, because you can actually, like, fall, like, off a platform, and as you're free-falling, you get an extra jump. And that's all the time. It's not even like doing a glitch or anything. Every time I fall off, I can get that extra jump if I need it. Here's the boss of this level. This weird gargoyle thing that throws marbles that explode. And look how easy that guy was. Like, what was that? Like 4 or 5 shots tops. I was able to, you know, take him out. Some levels are shorter than others, as that one has just proved, while others are, you know, at least a little bit in length. But others aren't. Like, I think this one's a pretty long level. So there's more bats at me. This game's full of bats. I think I've said bats 7 times or so now in this damn run. Hey look, it's that guy again with the axe. Who looks like Mr. Wizard, except he's not using lightning bolts or whatever to hit us like that guy from Astyonics. Thank you. Screw you. Screw you, not Mr. Wizard. Actually, he looks like he's like a combination of Mr. Wizard and Papa Smurf. He's like blue, and he has a white beard. I'm being hit with an axe by like a giant version of Papa Smurf. That's just hilarity. Screw you, bats. Screw you. Hey, look at this guy. This guy is kind of cool. Maybe. I don't really know. He's quite easy, actually. I just kind of jump at any time I need to and hit him. Or he can just sit there and not do anything. There we go. Wait for him to jump at you and jump back at him and attack him. Simple enough strategy, right? Not much of one. Oh, look, it's the gargoyle again. Who doesn't take... Look, Jesus. Not many hits to take him out. I mean, that's probably due to a lot of it because I've gained a lot of the experience, which you can gain a lot of it if you don't use the wizard to use the charged up shot. Or magician or whatever. All I know is the somewhat story of this game is you're saving your girlfriend or the damsel in distress princess. Other than that, I don't know the storyline of the game. I should have probably done some research before I decided to sit here and actually play this game, but I kind of just sat here and was just like, you know what, let me see if I can do a real quick run through of Swordmaster. I've played it before, I've beaten it before, I was like, sure, why not, just sit here real fast and let me see what I can do. Because I've been trying to do some other games and not having as much luck as I want to be. I hate this dragon, because every time you move closer, it jumps backwards, retardedly. It's just so worthless. God damn, come here, thank you. It's so worthless. And that's the end of the level. That one wasn't too bad, now was it? Continuing on to the next level. And it's the dungeon. All good castles need a dungeon, even though this dungeon's like somewhat higher in the castle than I thought it would be. This is this level where you gotta use a lot of ducking. You gotta follow the path of the spikes. They do 2 quick shots, then stop really quick, and then do 1 last thrust, and then they stop for you to go. It's like a weird pattern, but they kind of cut